currently in the Enoshima area. Enoshima is a popular tourist location or sightseeing location. It's basically an island just off the coast of Kanagawa by the beach. It's got lots of like fish food and stuff. But I'm not here today to go to Enoshima, although I might photograph Enoshima. I'm here mainly just because it's the seaside and it's the middle of July, and as you can see the skies are blue, and I've got my Nikon camera and I want to see if I can try and take a photo or two that would kind of capture the feel and atmosphere of summertime. Okay, that's Enoshima Island straight ahead of me. To get there, you go through this bridge. So I'm going to take a little walk over there right now. You can't see it because there's too much clouds today, but on really fine clear weather, somewhere over there you can see Mount Fuji. And if you couple that with the fact that there's an observation platform over there on Enoshima, I imagine you can take a really nice photo from there. So today's over 30 degrees, as I imagine most of the world is. And usually at shrines they've got like these little basins where you can wash your hands. And the water is always so refreshing. So I don't think the GoPro is going to pick this up, but there's a good viewpoint here. We basically got the street that leads down to the bridge, which just crosses over to the mainland. At night, it's really nice when all the street lamps are kind of like lit up, and it's like a row of lights, like a runway on an airport. But this is a good photo opportunity. Sun's kind of making everything gold now. Oh, it's the Enoden again. Basically, I'm walking along this route and I'm trying to get like a nice photo of it at some point. Okay, notice the crowd here. Like we got people over there. Sorry, I shouldn't point. We've got people over there. We've got people over here. We've got people over here. But if you look, there's nothing around, like shops, hotels. Yet there's a lot of people, and there's a reason for that. Try and take another photo first, and then I'll get onto that reason. Okay, the reason for there being so many people is that this location, this specific crossing with that specific train, was featured in the opening sequence for a very famous Japanese animation called Slam Dunk, which is about a school basketball team. And while it's not a musical, kind of like Grease, it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of comedy, a little bit of drama, a little bit of action, a little bit of romance. And so it's really popular, and it's a much loved show. Let's see if there's a good spot we can get for a photo here. This is kind of good because you could get the train and the sea. Maybe if I were to go down here, could get the crossing, get the sea, get the train. Right, I waited several passing trains, took a dozen photos or so. Couldn't get the perfect shot. I think I'd have to come early morning for that, when maybe it's not rush hour and there's barely any cars on the street, but it's still bright enough to get a good photo. But I guess the important thing to remember is if I got the perfect shot always, then photography wouldn't be challenging and it would be kind of boring. I think part of the fun is even if you don't get the shot, there's always next time, trying again under different circumstances, or even with different focal range, for example, or different camera settings. So experimentation is the key and is what kind of makes this a fun hobby. But with that, I'm gonna go back home now. I'll take a nice little stroll along the beach. I think it's quite beautiful. And that's the end of my little photo excursion to the Enoshima and Enoden line area.